Why? Why?
Aliens have upgraded.
Suck a wife to the sequel.
Tractor beams are obsolete.
I scare her away.
Music, a far more effective abduction
something.
strategy.
Yes.
One coded triad and you're lifted. The wave breaking a trembling lip, salt tracing the rim of the hourglass. Footprints must be kept cool. Alive, it reflects every angle, squirming through molten light, unable to capture time. This book, a black hole, information collapsing under infinite possibility, language, an Ouroboros aura. Unword me. The future, fragile. Nerve maps tattooed on the wings of dragon flies, already shed in an eyelash flutter. Hummingbird slows down wing beat to slice through flowers' scent, leaves no damage beyond one scarless instant. A page can splinter, infect. Narrative loops with the finality of the hangman's knot. Read me non-linearly. No atom is as barbaric as reasoning. Development a similar barren process. The mystery of protoplasm, an impromptu poem. The generator splutters. I emerge naked save for a red velvet cape. Unplugged, the music bends, fractures into the forest. Hypertext inches along slowly, an unpicked seam, a gleaming fire post, streaked in future language, gathering dust in reverse. After death, I dreamed our mouth, a smoothing blood fountain, our body wearing away like a river carved stone, undressing. Devil's Ivy needs only water to leap skyward, not bound by soil, not held back even by hell. Ironic. When reality and metaphor sink, cartilage grinds, skeletal cartography bending longitude, latitude, beyond spherical irregularities, eating flat earthers for breakfast. The bassist has fleas. The drummer, scurvy. The guitarist, knits. And pattern baldness. The singer, a crippling sense of precognition. Put inside the zoo, a barbed wire imagination breeds iridescent birds whose auto-tuned song attracts only fork-tuned mates. Everything is just data, strung out on DNA storage, languages beyond comprehension, physically coiled tight. Your body, an Akashic record.
Yeah.
When a hashtag dies, does it stutter or twitch, flutter or drift? When it's ready, who reads it, its last rites? Future spawn hyperventilating into the paper bag of post-truth society. Fake news tans naturally from the actual mushroom cloud. To look within requires special glasses. Prescription writ in blood and time. The bloom inside moves quick, sublime. Dream maps charted in post-time frameworks, footnoted in imaginary languages. Edit collective reality now, please. The violin swarmed, an unlikely canvas. Its discarnate voice expertly funneled theoretical tones into pure pataphysical bliss. Swaddled in ascending chords, the major key delivered that quavering moment home to his heroic couplet. In keeping with Newton's second law, no weight on your shoulders will be enough stoppage to slow your accelerated journey. The creeper spills like blood down lattice work. Autumn, a knife with no fingerprints. I want to walk through a garden, expansive, psychedelic blooms, pinwheeling, the only threat, the dirge escaping, the angel's trumpet. The sparrows here will eat anything. Bottle caps, lit cigarettes, entire benches. Hell, these ex-dinosaurs can even stomach the future. Winter palm trees make terrible silhouettes. Like freshly shaved punkers, they shiver, watch their fronds drop down dead around them. Shadows braid like ribbons, slipping through infinity of sky. A light trail shifts like gels changing, nature's sleight of hand. Downwind, the smell of rosemary. Garden full of microbes pushing. A scientific symphony through an olfactory key change. Suddenly, manure. Reminisce over mind-shattered times. Marvel at leftover emotional keloid rope. Accept the ever-easy fluidity of the adaptable. Angular fingers bend. Rise, drop. Seagulls circle. A crescendo. Flapping wind. Wings. They see no difference between beaks and bells. The pigeon flies low over street lamps. Lit under wing, its transparent body flares, glows. Its diseased radiance, a glitch in sunset's eye. All simple joys, precious tiny scratches, unremarkable textures, underneath the relentless flat wash of history. It's all we ever had. The traveling soul amorphous, left behind by physics. Aftershocks create schisms between mold, fog, curtain, membrane. Death should want walls. There is a hum when streets become decades, become months. A cul-de-sac murmur that deep time can talk through. The hours refuse to ride shotgun. Fields, hills, homes gone. Neighbor towns inundated with ghosts who drank the floodwater. Mushrooms map their rage. Blankets of mold spores bloom, new highways devouring future history, sealing fate into her own house. Walk naked, with thought, with time. Its grief untethered, our skeletons suspended in different waters. Same exposed wiring. My edgeless wonder, a time constellation, a bridge to future loss. The troll underneath answers to hope. The void burns. Pricks of molten rage hiss empty in undulating night. Take a bite out of the raw onion rings of Saturn. Floating in space, having devoured the planet, disaster-literate drones confused by the irradiated braille of the Milky Way. Reflected in chrome, a backward timestamp bends its shape. If only it were that easy. I used to draw the universe, and now compulsively ink the sun. Simple circles, though never the same one. If a poem becomes self-aware, does it become art, official intelligence? A poet must master circular breathing if they plan to talk themselves out of this square. Cruelty embedded beyond suggesting it is just a personality aberration. Erasure now, the 21st century poem. Cynicism on the rocks, a cocktail best shaken, then funneled into a long neck. Insert necktie, light, match. All praise seems empty if all achievement equals consumption. Whatever happened to engagement, enlightenment? They'll never let us out alive. To code break ancient alchemical manuscripts hijacked by the Vatican Library, we now need artificial intelligence. The password was always God. Metaphors haunted the page corner, illuminated softly by the allusion of a lamp. The lonely glow, an inner fire, unelectric. Corrosive gray-green haze travels along the spider lines of future songs, echoing society's spluttering coughing fit, austerity politics, an incomprehensible atonal dirge. Watching the news, a split-level narrative. Programmed in littered body parts and ugly politics. Ontology broke down. Its post-century crisis. The wheezing orange grin of our monkey doom, squeezing nuclear war, climate change, racism, and rape culture like its infernal accordion, slick with oil, unbreathing yet, the dream wrenched itself loose from skull bones, tongue poem, anointing reality, hiss poem like ancient halitosis. Anything spread as thin as verbatim, dull as porridge, concrete, total annihilation, useless as the truth. It's how they get you. Encroaching like statues towards, eventually past your boundaries. Slowly, the rage aches. The marathon, unendurable. If a spell book is filled with recipes, it becomes a cookbook. Secrets, a diary. Names, history. But it remembers. Ever hexed. The bookstore attendant points. Those are the hospital books, $1 each. Huge tomes, rotten through. Spineless, ready for autopsy. The universe an ever-spooling tangle. Skin creep erases language. Mechanical parts revealed beyond bone. Consciousness, a perpetual motion machine. The ability to imagine a mutant future, an undeniable gift. But to plot coordinates without mutiny, indecipherable psychic algebra. Tidal pressure, a deep shimmer. The spill of bad night scrambled. Electricity still exists between the submerged. Death hallucinated morning. Verse suspended in dust. Glass, kissing, ink, bending, paper, peeling, light, bruising, embossing atmosphere, crop circles of the mind. Paradise, glassed in, is intimate structure, self-lit, unwaking. I could smell next week's riot undulating on the wind, an incandescent rage, a phosphoric manuscript with a dystopian sequel. Lucidity junkies mainline pure information, their lexicon over-accelerated, traumatized by Dada-esque parentage. Bulldoze all channels clear. Beg both the end to the ultra-modern desperation and further disobedience. Sell nothing for a year. See what happens. The sign said, "Remove eye troughs now," with the urgency of someone who has never felt like pig's food. Buffing eyes, eyelashes off along with mascara. Woman rubs her face until it is stone smooth in calm, circular motions. Lines etched in palm skin. Trenches dug from fist clenches made wound side. Palm readers will need a bobcat to uncover my secrets. Took us 10 years to find her, planted. It was the smell that led us to her corpse, flower. Phantoms at the dinner table, spirits in the breakfast cereal. Poltergeists in the bedroom, zombies everywhere else. Gender pirates plant no flags on ships they commandeer. However, they will redecorate, and it will be stylish. She presents me with an eyedropper full of tears. The salt crystallized on my arrival home after a long absence. In the band of his top hat, decorative bullets. Inside the flue, a comic Dharma. His skull, an unloaded gun. An algorithm absorbed the lines of my face. Phonetics dissolved under tongue. Features rigged, pinned, tethered, triggered. I have regrets. Time an elasticized waste. There are no new ways to epitomize the moon. This poem, like me, is going nowhere. She scried the devil, conjured all available hells in the reflection of a single fingernail, then went for a manicure. Myth undertakers audit history. Deity erasures at an all-time high. Their glitch-embedded sacred geometry, even gods count their receipts. The Ouija is bored with unimaginative inquiries. Is there anybody out there? Do you know you're dead? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Spray paint. Idea spore still wet. Membrane between brick wall, cold air. Figures run fast. Sigils slipping out from back pockets. Shoes made from bones unboiled. Tissues unconnected like paths walked. Find me. The incantation to unbind water. Gravedigger on the weekend plants seed holes. In his garden, the mortgage due. The abyss doesn't grow on trees, you know. Monk schoolchildren rage. They blink into place. Dragons, whales, submarines, swimming in hours. Guru teacher exhausted, staring down the bottleneck. Aged punks take on speed, their minds still on supersonic fuck you duty, but quietly. Their kids are meditating. Men wish to have complex relationship with phantoms so reductive, the women who lie next to them disappear. The future is digital. Upload women and all other threats to the social order to the cloud. It is made of our gathered ashes. I can't wait It's kind of hard to knife a hologram.